Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Coming live from Fire Per Heart, children of God, and that's you. That's you. That's me. That's me. All of me. All of me. I always encourage you to read the description of my show, our station. Sometimes, if you don't know already, I like to bake goods. Like, sometimes I don't make any breads, or we'd call them, I guess, I'll call them sweet breads. So this is something I just kind of approximated, so to share the recipe would probably be more frustrating than not. The only thing I could suggest is the ingredients I put in, just like compare it to, like, say, a banana bread recipe, and you would do the amounts accordingly to get the right texture. Because since I did just throw it all, like, not all in at once, but since I was more or less doing a baking experiment, we haven't tasted it yet, I did have to add in more pastry flour at the end, because when I put in the coconut oil, then I was needing to add more dry. So I'm going to do the best I can to list the dry ingredients. Most of these I probably should not. That's not funny. I'm assuming I'd be in that group at this point at 50 with, if we take into account early childhood allergies, environmentally, and I had some other issues with my immune. And then it's always kind of went up and down. Then there was this poisoning, and it was like all my old allergies had come back. This was 3 or 4 years back or more. 4 or 5. I'm off topic there. So it's not about if, so I'm just saying this would not be a recipe for people with gluten or food allergies. I don't know if I need to state that, but I'm just a human being that sometimes likes to bake cookies or something. And so this would be a 1 cup pastry stone ground wheat. I'm just trying to think of the company. I can't right now. There's a picture of the guy on the front. Bill? No. I'll look at it if I remember. It's in the freezer. 1 cup oats, 1 cup cornmeal, 3 tablespoons pumpkin powder. What? Yeah. It's something I purchased. I think it does have antioxidants, but honestly, trying to find it and understand what I was getting was not what I thought. And that was because there was another recipe I was looking at once, and it was speaking of pumpkin powder, or I thought of pumpkin powder. And then, anyways, it says for baking and drinks. It just says pumpkin powder. So if I look at the ingredients, it's 19 grams of carbs and an ounce. An ounce isn't very much. 2 things of protein, which honestly, if it's an ounce, 2 grams of protein isn't bad. I think it is an antioxidant. That's not important. This was what I tried. This was because I was trying to do some color. I had some pumpkins, and then I was trying to cook with the pumpkins. And because technically they weren't pie pumpkins for pies or baking, the yellow. So I went on just a journey and found this. And actually now I've used it a few times when I wanted to add more color, or add this color. So 1 cup pastry stone ground. This is approximate 1 cup oats, 1 cup cornmeal, 3 tablespoons pumpkin powder, 3 tablespoons cacao or cocoa, and I'm afraid now it is done. It was baking slow because this is a really dense recipe. Okay, so I like to bake in the ceramic. I have found this to bake stuff the best. I don't know. I suppose it's toxic too. Alright, so I'm not being bad about it. I'm just. Okay, I don't want to get started whenever to get through a baking. Okay, so alright, so this has got some weight to it because you're going to see as the ingredients go along. So we're going to call it more like a breakfast energy type baked good for on the go. We're going to call it that. I'm just going to set that on the top of the grill and let that cool off. I don't know what you do, how you cool your oven down. Ours isn't installed properly. If an inspector came in, that would, okay. We fixed it to some degree, but if you're low on money and you're in a small space, you're done baking, open that oven door a little bit, make sure your oven's off, and just let that heat come out into the small area. So we're at 3 tablespoons pumpkin powder, 3 tablespoons cacao. Cacao is not cocoa, but if you didn't have cacao, you can use cocoa. That's just straight cacao or cocoa that is not sweetened. 1 tablespoon baking powder. This is not a health food, okay? I said on the go energy. Heaping cinnamon. This is to your taste. I put quite a whopping of cinnamon in. I really like cinnamon in things. I like cinnamon sometimes in my coffee. 1 teaspoon baking powder. Did I say that? Heaping cinnamon. Okay, to taste preference. If you don't like it, don't put it in. Nutmeg. I sprinkle that in a little less because it's more strong. Cinnamon is strong, but nutmeg is a different. You can over nutmeg and mess up a baked good, but because this was a very dense and there was a lot of dough or batter, I'm probably fine. I don't overdose nutmeg. And you can mess something up with cinnamon too. So sugar. Now I shouldn't probably have added that. I think that's going to be the biggest error with this experimental bread or baked breakfast brownie cake is I probably should have not did the sugar because I put in 3 to 4 aged bananas. Let's say I did about a half of loose pack brown sugar, 3 eggs. That's a bit much for a baked good. Almost 1 cup of coconut oil, but that was honestly too much with the 3 eggs. I forgot to add, I did natural milk. A little different than whole. I'm not going to get into it right now. Natural whole milk. Okay, just let's say natural milk from a moo-moo. And no, I don't recommend, well, I'm just going to substitute it with almond milk or something. I mean, it might be okay. It might be okay. But, okay. 1 cup or 2 taste chocolate chips. So I did about half a bag of semi-sweet. I lightly oil the pan. Because there was the coconut oil is quite a bit, so I made sure that it's not like soupy in the bottom. So if there was a little extra, I had to pour back out. So it just glazed the ceramic. I probably technically wouldn't have needed it for the ceramic. That's just what I chose. I said about a half-hour bake time, but it might have been longer. And then we are going to try to taste it. What did I forget to write? Well, that's the thing, is I just splashed the milk in I don't think we can even say a half cup. So it still seems like I might have forgot something. So anyways, we're gonna give this a try. So watch out. What's got going on there? Okay, it's like that. Put the other light on. It's gonna be too sweet. That's what I'm thinking. What did I want to put in that I forgot? Peanut butter. I must say it looks good. It's got, like, you can just see the chocolate in the chocolate. Okay, well, the experiment went really great. However, I cannot classify this as breakfast. This is a brownie type, and it's quite rich. So to avoid the richness, no sugar, because bananas are super sweet. I had already put the sugar in, and then was like, you were supposed to use the aged bananas, remember? They've been sitting like those weird aged bananas in the top of the fridge on the pan. So it's good. I mean, it's not like so bad. No, it's too sweet, but it's really, really good. Oh, it's, well, I must say, however, to make it better for your being able to get to work without having to take a nap is a little snack, a little sweet treat. Share it with many people with a nice tall glass of milk of your choice from whatever animal or species, because we're supposed to live in a free America, and wherever you want to drink your tea from, or from a cow or an almond, then that's your personal choice. I don't mind your almond milk or this or that, but for some reason you're upset about our love for moo cows, and I don't understand. But I've never was like, how dare you almond people coming up in here trying to share the moo cow fridge? No. I was the kind of person that was like, oh, that's interesting. Gosh, I wonder what that's like. I'd like to try it. I'm like, okay, I get it. It's kind of cool. And this is like forever ago. But like, I never saw the day where it was like, the granola crunchers were gonna be like, you will not eat me, and stuff. Like, I've lost friends over this. Like, I'm not kidding. I've been yelled at. I've been called a murderer, a pervert for enjoying dairy, all kinds of things. These were like vegan, like, I'm not sure what they eat, but they're probably gonna eat the bugs. That's what I'm worried about, but I guess that's good we don't hang out anymore. No, I love you.